The loudest sound at my sister's graduation wasn't the applause. It was the silence where my name should have been. As she stood there, the brilliant honors student I'd bankrupted my own future to create, and thanked every single person who'd ever smiled at her. The hollow space between my parents and my friends finally told me the truth about my place in her life. When our parents passed, I was 23, and my sister Lily was 18. I was working as a manager at a grocery store. She got into a great university, but there was no money. "I'll take a semester off, work, and save," she said, her face full of despair. "Don't be ridiculous," I told her. "You're going. I'll make it work." It was a promise I made to our mom, to myself. For 4 years, I lived in a cramped apartment, drove a beat-up car, and watched my own dreams of going back to school fade. My paychecks were divided in two: my rent and Lily's tuition, books, and a stipend, so she wouldn't have to work like I did. We spoke every week. She'd cry about exams, and I'd tell her she was brilliant. She was living the life I had given up for her. Graduation day was the proudest of my life. I sat in the audience beaming. She looked so smart in her cap and gown. When she got her diploma, she walked to the podium for a special honors speech. She thanked her professors for their wisdom. She thanked her friends for their support. She thanked our late parents for inspiring her. My name was not mentioned. It was like I was a ghost. The air left my lungs. The people around me were clapping. I was just frozen. She had forgotten me. After the ceremony, she ran up, ecstatic. "Wasn't it great?" she said, hugging me. "Yeah," I managed to say. "You thanked everyone." "Of course," she said, completely oblivious. "I couldn't have done it without them." That was the moment the scales fell from my eyes. I wasn't her brother. I was her silent financier. A part of the background machinery of her success, not a character in her story. I drove home in silence. The next day, I closed the joint account I'd been funneling money into. When she called a month later, panicked about grad school deposits, I said, "I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're so resourceful." The line went quiet. She finally understood. She's angry now, calls me selfish, but the weight is gone. I'm finally using my money to take classes for myself. I'm learning that the most important person I can invest in is me.